Hello everyone. So I wanted to do a different video today, not update on my portfolio, but just some keys and tips for beginning investors. I get asked this question a lot by coworkers, families, and friends around how they can get started into stock market investing. I want to break this up into two videos. I think this is just one to go over my top 5 keys, and then another video, part 2, will be around like how to invest like your first $500 or $1,000. Okay, so here we go. So key number 1 is, again, this I tell everyone, only invest the amount of money you're willing to lose. Again, the stock market is not a guarantee, so any amount of dollars you put in the market, you can lose, and you should expect to lose it. And obviously we don't want to lose it, but don't put your child's college savings in there, or your retirement funds, money that you had set aside for a wedding, and try to flip it, double it to get a bigger wedding or anything like that. Just pretty much money you have set aside. This isn't the money you're paying your rent with. It's the money that you just have set aside that you can, hopefully make some gains on. So only invest the money you're willing to lose. Key number 2 is you need to determine your goals. So what is it that you want to do with the money in the stock market? You have to figure that out. Everybody is different. Is it this idea of long-term gains, or this instant quick gains, or medium gains, right? So are you looking to I want to start in this stock market for the long term, and eventually you can maybe give the portfolio and the stock to my children and their grandchildren, right? That's very uber long. Or quick gains of I want to get in the market, ride this momentum and whatever hot stock, and then cash out real fast. Or medium gains I'll just dabble here and there, not super long term, not easy quick, just in the middle. So I really recommend beginning investors to think long term, because you're beginning and you don't really know everything about the market. So making instant gains is very challenging. It's just very long term. It's very safe, and makes it a lot more safe. And I think you'll have more enjoyment seeing the safe and slow gains. Key number 3, and this is a Warren Buffett key. I'm a big Warren Buffett follower. Is he has this idea that you need to invest in yourself first, right? So you can't start throwing money into the market if you don't actually invest in yourself first. And what that actually means is these concepts is that you need to learn as much as you can about the stock market, about trading. You also learn from your experiences and mistakes. I definitely know I learned this past year getting into this. Very much a lot of mistakes that I made, but learning from it, and I feel like a better position I am today than I was a year ago. Obviously, you read books, and I read books that Warren Buffett, he hasn't actually written a book, but books about his style of investing. Watched obviously a lot of videos, but basically learn the basics so that you know exactly what you're doing getting into the stock market. Key number 4, this is another Warren Buffett key, and this is basically invest in what you understand. So this idea is you don't want to just invest because you hear people are investing in it, in this stock or that stock, but if you don't really understand it, there's no point investing in that stock. It's just going to make you're probably just going to lose money because you're not going to understand why the market or the stock is acting a certain way. So you really, pick an industry you understand, and you know what's happening with that industry, and you make really good judgments around that industry. So pretty much invest in what you understand. So for me, technology, cannabis are things I understand, so I try to stay in that realm. But I'm not trying to get into fashion. I have no idea about fashion. So jumping into which of the fashion stocks is good right now, I don't know. I wouldn't know anything about that, so I definitely would not invest in that side. Pretty much, you want to just invest in what you understand. And this also goes down to you don't want to just invest because you hear, technology is good, and a little bit about it. But you actually have to really understand what does the company do. How do they actually make money? How do they make profit? What is their services? So that's another aspect of it. So more people looking to create stuff like that. I would highly encourage people to research that if you want to know exactly more about what this investing, which you understand. And the last key that I have is this concept of have fun and enjoyment. At the end of the day, I view, putting money in the stock market as something of a side hobby, unless this is your job. But for most of us, we have regular jobs, and this is something that we put on the side to, want to obviously gain money, and in that process, getting some fun enjoyment. And if at any moment you're not having fun in this, if you're not enjoying what you're doing, the money that you're putting in is stressing you out, it's causing you to stay up late at night, and you're not, one, not making money, but also worrying about the fact that you're not making money or whatnot, it's time for you to get up. Like, you need to really have some fun and enjoyment and really enjoy what you're doing. So I really much enjoy this. I enjoy connecting with the different YouTube members that do talk about stocks and whatnot. I love talking and chatting them about stocks, watching their videos, posting comments on their videos, reading their comments on mine, and obviously seeing what they're doing and just learning about stocks. I like listening to the morning radio. I listen to CSNBC or Bloomberg or whatnot. Just really listening to what's going on in the world out there. It's making some more, world, what's going on out there, and I just like listening to it. Like listening to the different shows about profiles about different CEOs. This past weekend I was listening to the life story of Jack Ma, right? The CEO, founder. He's not the CEO any longer, but he was the founder of Alibaba. He's about to step down. They were talking about where he came from. Those are things I really enjoy doing. So I'm very much getting into it. So same thing for you. Like if you're not having fun and enjoyment in the stock market, I think it's time for you to step away. So those are my top 5 keys, and I think if you live by those 5 keys, you'll have a pretty good time in the stock market, make some decent amount of money. So yeah, what did people's thoughts on my top 5 keys? Want to hear what people's thoughts are, and are there any keys that I don't have here that folks want to add to it? Love to hear feedback. This is a part 1 video, more on theoretical base. Definitely will go on a part 2 video that is very much on concrete. If you had $500, how to invest it, $1,000, how to invest it. Because I think I've learned some things, and I would love to share folks on what I've learned. Again, everyone, hopefully have a great trading day today, and I will talk to you all later.